now connected to Mark's iPhone.
Welcome all. My name is Mark Cormier. I'm practicing with my wife, Kathy Cormier. We do this many Thursdays, indeed most Thursdays. A short yoga practice just to get your day going. A lot of times we do the same stuff. Sometimes we don't. If you'd like to see anything in particular, please put it in the comments section. You can always do that later. You can always get to it next week. Anyway, let's see. 30 seconds or so, we can call Kathy up if she's ready. You ready to go? Come on up. All right, as we do many Thursdays, let's start with our hands on our hips and just marching it, not marching it, just rocking it from side to side. Letting that rock get a little bigger. You ready? Yeah, there you go. Balancing on one foot. Kick off to the side, channeling your Kung Fu Kathy. Let's play with that curtsy.
Oh, that's hard.
It is hard. So we're going to kick it off to the side. We're going to land the foot behind. A little bit of a curtsy. We come back up. We kick it off to the side again. We ground back down. Other side. We'll kick it off to the side. We land it behind, flat foot, if you can. Little curtsy. Back up. come back down. 2 more each way. We kick it off to the side. We land behind, flat foot if you can. A little curtsy. We come back up, we kick it out. We ground down there. We kick it out. We land it behind. A little curtsy as we wake up those hips. Kick it out to the side. 1 more each way. We kick it out. We land it behind. A little curtsy. We come back up. We kick it out. Last one, last side. Kick it out. We land it behind. A little curtsy. We come back up. We kick it out. And then ground on down. Rocking it side to side. And then finding stillness. As you find your center. I'll invite you to bring one hand onto your heart. The other hand on top. Relax shoulders, a soft tuck in the chin. I'll invite you to set an intention for this practice. It could be something you're thinking about. Something you're moving towards. It could be as simple as you're perfect. Just as you are. And hands by your side. Just a little more joint work here. Hands find the hips. Let's ground down through the balls of the set of toes. And just circling the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And taking those circles the other way. Now grounding down through that foot, let's step the other foot out. And we'll circle the ankle, the knee, and the hip. All 3 joints work together. If your ankle's stiff, try mobilizing your knee. If your knee's stiff, mobilizing your hip. And vice versa, taking those circles the other way. And then stepping that foot back in, let's come down and tap the knees as we narrow our stance. And circling those knees. You can let the ankles play too. And taking those circles the other way. Now coming back up, stepping the feet hip width apart. I want you to look down at your feet. That's your natural stance. We can work natural stance as we bring hands onto hips, circling our hips. And taking those hip circles the other way. Now bringing the hips center, let's pretend we have an extra set of hands, keeping the hips relatively stable. A hand on each shoulder and circling our shoulders. And then taking those circles the other way. Back to center, 2 arms in the air like you either do or don't care. Thumb and forefinger catch the wrist of one hand. You can traction that far shoulder, starting to circle the shoulders one way as we circle the hips the other. Full body movement. Now circling back to center. Other thumb, other forefinger, other wrist. We traction that far shoulder. We start to circle the shoulders. And circling the hips the other way. Full body movement. And back to center. Hands by your side. Let's release and relax those shoulders. We'll inhale the shoulders up towards the ears. On the exhale, let the exhale come out from the mouth. And just let those shoulders drop. Let's do that 6 times. Couple more times. Keeping those shoulders heavy, let's work with our neck a little bit as we look up and look down. Just back and forth. Next time you look up, I'll invite you to hold that. Going a little bit further, you stretch out the base of the throat. And now tucking the chin, holding that, taking it a little bit further as you stretch out the back of the neck. And then back to center. Keeping shoulders just as they are, we'll tip in ear one way. Tip up at ear other way. Just back and forth. Next time you're on one side or the other, holding the tip, taking it a little further as you stretch out the far side of the neck. Back through center, second side, hold, and taking it a little bit further as we stretch out the other far side of the neck. And then back to center. Let's work with the jaw a little bit as we rock it front to back. And now rocking it side to side. And closing. Bring the jaw back to center. Closing the lips. Let's narrow our stance. Let's challenge our balance this morning as we bring our feet right together. From this place, let's work with the arms. 3 times. Arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, arms back down. 2 more times like this. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, hands back down. Last one here, observing the natural rhythm of the shoulders as the arms elevate, the shoulders elevate. As the arms descend, the shoulders descend. Keeping that narrower stance, Kathy, I'll ask you to go sideways. And I'll ask you to grab the bricks. You bring the bricks right in front. And I'll ask you to find front of the frame. You're probably already there. Awesome. So stand up straight and tall. We'll find our Tadasana. Our mountain pose actually translates into the palm tree pose. And if you think about how a palm tree stands, it's very different from a mountain. There's a lot more swing and sway. From palm tree pose, arms out to the side and then overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, we're going to find a forward fold, leading with the heart. Hands find the bricks. You could also cap the knees. Let it inhale, lift chin and tail as we arc the back. Really feel that dip in back heart. On the exhale, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin. You can catch the back of the shins and lower the bricks as we stretch out the back. Inhaling, arms out to the side, moving towards a neutral spine. Back of the head in line with the sacrum and then overhead. Exhaling, hands by your side as we stand tall. 2 more times like this, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail, really dip back heart. Exhaling, really puffing back heart as you tuck tail and chin strongly. Feel the stretch in your back. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, hands by your side as you stand tall. 1 more time. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Really stretch out your back. On the exhale, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin. Really stretch out your back. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine. Arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to down dog. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. And then strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as we stretch out our back. And then grounding down through the hands as you find your down dog. Stepping 1 foot back. And then the other. As we hold down dog, I'll invite you to let your neck relax and your head be heavy. And holding this down dog in stillness, inviting your mind to still. As we hold this down dog, finding your Samarvriti, your even breath. Long, smooth breaths in. Long, smooth breaths out. As goes the breath, so goes the mind. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail into that breath, bending the knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher, finding just a little more space in your low back. And then looking between the hands without straining the neck, as you mindfully make your way to the front of the mat. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, lifting chin and tail. Exhaling, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as we stretch out our backs. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine. Arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to flank pose. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Exhaling, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as you stretch out our back, and then ground it down through the hands and finding your plank pose. Connecting head, hips, and heels. Connecting with a line of strength running through the center of yourself. A line of strength that supports your intention. As we hold the shape despite the effort of the action, an easeful quality to your breath. One of the attributes that makes it yoga. Shoulders super, super, super engaged. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, navel to spine as we lift the hips high. Coming back to down dog. This time I'll invite you to lengthen through all sides of the neck as you look back towards the navel. I'll invite you to walk this dog as you bend one leg deeply and then the other, grounding down to the opposite heel. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? From this place of movement back towards stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine. Deep, full breath. Despite the lack of overt movement, you're still breathing, your heart's still beating, your mind's still moving. And by focusing on your breath as it flows in and out, finding a little more space between each beat of the heart, each breath, each thought, and breathing into that space. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you step or take a jump front. Let it inhale, bring length to the spine. Exhaling, folding again. Inhaling, Urdhva Hastasana, hands overhead pose. Exhaling, standing tall. Towards Sun Style B, flow style. Inhaling into tall spine. Keeping tall spine, finding your chair. Inhale and hold. Exhale, go lower as you find more strength in your legs. Inhale, rising on up, finding a back bend at the top. On the exhale, a big swan dive over. Inhaling, finding length when you arrive, lifting chin and tail. Feel free to cap the knees. Exhaling, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as you fold it in. And now grounding down through the hands, finding a push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And then back to down dog. Feel free to use the knees or not. Either finding a cobra or an up dog can get those thighs up. Now back over the toes, you could always use the knees or not. To down dog. Things happen fast. Flow style, feet together. Right leg high for the three-legged dog, mind the lamps. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher, high on the left toes as we stretch out Achilles tendon and calf. And then flexing the foot as you float it out through. Landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side, and then overhead warrior one. And then riding your breath back to low lunge as you spin that back heel up. And from low lunge, finding your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend, be it cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog. It's still happening fast. Feet together, left leg high, high on the right toes. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher, lifting that right heel even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it out through. Landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side. And then overhead, warrior one. And then riding your exhale, back to low lunge as you spin that back heel up. And one more time, finding your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And then back to down dog. As we hold down dog, making a choice. Either holding it in stillness, inviting your mind to still. or adding some movement, some swing, some sway, stirring it up, inviting in more prana, inviting in more flow. However you choose to work, finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail into that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you step or jump in front. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, lifting chin and tail. On the exhale, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as you stretch out your back. On the inhale, stay low, knees over toes, hands over head, neutral spine in chair pose. Exhaling, taking it lower. Inhale, rising on up, open heart, open throat, finding that back bend at the top. On the exhale, neutral spine, hands by your side. I'll ask you to face camera. I'll invite you to bring one hand to your heart, the other hand on top. Coming back to your intention. Now lining up the fingers, a light brush of the thumb against the sternum. I'll invite you to take your attention, your intention, thumbs touch the forehead. Your intention is in your thoughts. Thumbs touch the lips. Your intention is in your words. Thumbs come back to the heart. Your intention is in your actions. Now lifting the chin tall through the crown, I'll invite you to roll your hands over as you stretch out your wrists. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Any amount, I'll invite you to bow, thanking yourself for practicing yoga and offering our practice out to each other and to the world. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. And in this light, we are one. Thank you, Kathy, for practicing with me.
Thank you, Mark, for offering yoga to the world.
And thank world for watching.
Thank you, world. We
See
love
if there's
you.
any world out there.
Namaste.
Namaste. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you.